I say. Good morning and welcome to the stream. It's the second thing I say. My name is Lee. Hamish vibes today. I can't deal with boobs, so I guess see him. I don't know. Welcome. My www. Okay, here's the funny thing about my computer. It won't autofill Discord anymore, and it doesn't put Discord. No matter how often I go to Discord, it doesn't put it in my thing of frequently visited sites. And it's just like, I'm in Discord all the time. Like, it should know this by now. I feel like it's specifically doing a thing. Yes. My computer, here, I'm gonna put this here. I got spawns in the roleplay forum, and I'm supposed to be at least trying to keep up with that. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Let me do the thing. What is this thing I have to do, you ask? Well, I have to go onto the Discord and type in that I'm live so that, yes, I know I'm sending it to 30 people. That's the idea, is to send it to everyone. I mean it. I know. It asks me if I want to do the thing, and my plan is yes. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that then. Wait, is Phoenix live this morning? Yes, we missed Barovia and Beyond. Did we miss Barovia and Beyond? Hang on. I think we probably missed it, so that sucks, but, I should have remembered that they were on today because Anyway, that's enough of that. Today is going to be a Warhammer day, I think, because it's Tuesday. No, it's Thursday. I woke up this morning and thought it was Friday. My brain is literally scrambled. But not scrambled, but in the neuron connecting sense, scrambled. Just a little bit. We're working on it. And I guess you can use literally for That's a really stupid question. Is can you literally for figurative language? But if it's something like that which has a physical and metaphysical meaning, can you use it for the metaphysical is what I meant. Oh, and GM Hina's live too. Cool. Alright, someone else is live too. Someone else fine. So we're gonna we're gonna do, let's see what we got. Last time we were doing Warhammer, we were putting together Expectus Primus, right? We were Stubbs, and we had Johan Johansson, the 45th, Balboa, Straight Guy, let's see, the ship, okay, hang on, so, actually though, since we did that last time we were doing Warhammer, and we actually got a pretty good beat on him, what I'm going to do is go to the other Dark Heresy Shenanigans one. Okay. Spectral Hand. Ooh. It's a fun. Okay, so there's Inquisitor Christoph Sleth, Ordo Xenos, from Thorian faction. And then we have Inquisitor Lord Desarios, Order Hereticus, from the Oblationist faction. And so we have that for later. Oh yes, we have Liliana Sweet. The is the Peppino, the allegedly fathered by Scott Shipp. Yes, the alleged bastard daughter of Scott Shipp. Probably could find other. Okay, let's see. Drawing weapons training primitive. Okay, firebombs. Yeah. Then we got Tristan Straight Guy, because he's straight guy. Let's see. He's 16 and Voidborn. Oh, he's a tech priest, Voidborn, and then he was born on an explorator vessel that had been limping along for decades and just got back after like couple hundred years. So it was like several generations later. So yeah, a long time back. He has 8 random spare parts too, which is always handy dandy. Hi. Hey. I haven't used them much yet. Oh, wow. Hello. We have a lot of viewers. Welcome, welcome. My name is Lee. Hamish vibes today? Today's fine. Probably should try with the voice. I need to keep practicing. What else we got? Oh, yes. So we have Chuck Hambone. And let's see. And then we have Brutus McBeasy. Yes. Yes. Powerful, intensive that. Oh, yes. Skelby Genre, right? And we actually made her mom. Fun fact: we did write up a whole character sheet for Skelby's mom, and find out about her deal because that links her to the let's see, the psychic powers. Yes, we had spectral hands, and yeah. So we had 100 out of 400. So she's got all the things she's got. 36. Got a Mercy Blade, yeah. Epic, Psyker, and yes, gold-plated steel piece with an Aquila with ruby eyes. Just basically half her head is replaced by this chunk of metal, and then they put an Aquila on top of it to make it look less scary. Yeah. Well, you know, I've done a lot of things. That's fair. It's good you got a new job, though. Having a job, very good thing. Always good to have a job. So yeah. Also, anyone who's watching should say hi in the chat. I don't bite. Let's see. I think we should do one more team member, right? Because we got, let's see. We have a Psyker. Let's see. Hive World Scum. Brutus McBeasy. And then we have Chuck Hambone, who's an Arbiter from a Hive World. I don't know if they're from the same Hive World, but honestly, it would be crazy if they were. Okay, and let's see. Tristan, who is Tech Priest. Yeah, so you got a Tech Priest, a Psyker, and a Cleric. Let's see what else. So we got a Tech Priest, a Psyker. Let me bring up the Dark Heresy book. Yeah, I know. I have very few. I managed to okay, I did get a couple people, but they wanted to do Space Marines. So I'm running a Space Marines game for a couple friends on another server, Deathwatch. It's interesting. Space Marines are incredibly OP, so you have to give them more powerful enemies, and because you have to remember just how freaking powerful they are, which makes sense. They're Space Marines, but like, although none of them are trained in acrobatics. Fun fact I learned when I was, I mixed up what check I should have them make. All right, cool. Adept and our assassin, our guardsman. All right, let's see what we got in terms of. Not Rogue Trader, not Tales of Deathwatch. Nope, not that one. Let me go to this one. And I have Dark Heresy core rules. Yeah. It was I also put the Dark Heresy. I mean, 40k fantasy is fun. That's pretty cool. I have a Rites and Rituals that we were using which lets you do certain, I think it lets you, I don't know if it lets you do the salamanders. Because frickin' they should let you do the salamanders. Because now I have an entire, basically one of the chapter surf, they go down to a village where all their chapter surfs come from. And, their medicine woman, who's the mother of one of the Watchmaster's personal errand girl. So she actually, one of them was weirdly nice to her, and so she was like begging them to go save her mother. And they were like, we'll see if we can. And then they go to the village, and then, oh yeah, our medicine woman was taken, and also we have heretics, and they took our medicine woman. You need to go deal with them. So they're going to deal with that. And one of our apothecary marines had to deliver a baby because that happened. He rolled really well, though, so the baby's fine. But yeah, and apparently he was one of a string of babies because they'd let a bunch of the chapter serfs come back to do, because their village patriarch had died, so the chapter master, in a weird bout of benevolence, let a bunch of the chapter serfs go back to mourn, and, or for the funeral, and there was a slew of conceptions during that moment. But, yeah. So, that's exciting. Sorry, that was, what was that planet called? I should know what this planet is called, because it's gonna bug me if I don't. I'm gonna look. Dark Expectus Prim. We had, Death Arcana. Death Watch notes. I mostly took the notes. Gornathar. Yeah, Gornathar. It was a good planet. I should probably know more for that one. But I have more notes than that. I just took all those manually, and those were the only ones I got on the typed up so far. Okay, right. We need so let's see. Go number 4. We got Brutus, and then 5 is Skelby. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. We got this. Boom. Okay. So we got that. And then we open up the Dark Heresy rulebook and go to the character creation page, and we see what we got in terms of. So we got let's see, let's see. So we got Adept is Ministorum Data Cruncher, kind of, right? If I remember correctly. Let me open this up and let me see. Yeah. Lexicographer. Yeah, this is Scrivener, Scribe. Yeah. Adepts are... yeah, that works. Adept... let me go back up to the top. So... Bob. More for the soul of... Okay, so we got... career paths, we have Adept, Arbiter, Assassin, Cleric, Guardsman, Psyker, Tech, Priest, Scum, probably an Assassin or a Guardsman. Yeah, definitely we probably want at least one Adept, but we need, first, before we get brains of the operation, we need some brawn. So... because we got the technical know-how, but we need muscle. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a D12. Ready? This random happens to be a D12. And I'm going to say evens or odds. Odds, Guardsman. Evens will do an Assassin. Okay, here we go. Ready? Evens or odds. Guardsman? Alright. We could just do a Guardsman. That sounds fair. Let's just do a Guardsman. Okay. Oh, then we get to figure out what regiment they're from, and we can work with that. If we roll for... Ooh. I kind of want to make them from Renthok, because that's my baby pet project that I created for... I actually named an entire regiment of guards women from Renthok. There was one guy, he was the quartermaster, I think one of the bureaucratic corps lieutenants who act as quartermaster and generally The only sane ones around. They do all the technical logistic stuff, which is kind of important. But anyway, let's see. We'll come up with something good. So let's start with guardsmen. Let's look at the character creation suggests. Let's go to the character creation. So what we're gonna go is 41st millennium, war for the soul of mankind. What you need to play dark. All right. Career path, skills, talents. Okay. Let's see. Yes, how to do. Creating your acolyte, homeworld, generating characteristics, determine career path. Okay, let's see. Roll for random homeworld. I would say let's roll randomly for the homeworld, because I know that guardsmen can come from basically any, anywhere. The Imperial Guard raises levies from pretty much every planet. The question is, which D100? Let's use the fancy ones. I'm feeling fancy today. We're going to use the cool, fancy dice that I keep in my dice tray. All right, let's roll it. Roll. Boom. That is a 56. Which is Imperial World. Makes sense. All right, so, that could be, we could do all sorts of things with Imperial World. Guardsmen from, okay. I think most of the world's, no, we don't have the stats properly to properly stat up an abhuman. All right, Imperial World. Let's see what we get. Okay. So stage 1 is characteristics. So we get the... and then we determining career path, which we already know. And then 4 is experience and equipment. And then stage 5 is we get into the juicy details and see what this fun friend is like. All right. They might not be fun. They might be a terrible person. We won't find out. Feral World would be cool, but... Hive World. We're going for an Imperial World. You hail from an Imperial World, one of a million planets united by a belief in the immortal Emperor. Soldier, fanatic, thief, mercenary, noble, these are some of your many possible backgrounds. Whatever your previous calling, you are now in the employ of the Inquisition, and your adventure has only just begun. It reminds me of, there's a podcast, or I don't know if it's a podcast. I think it was a YouTube. They put it up on YouTube. I don't know if it was, and it was a recording, so it was just voice, but I don't know if it was put up as a podcast, called The All Guardsmen Party. They did only war, to do character creation for a bunch of guardsmen who then ended up working for the Inquisitor, and, Fenris, like the Space Marine, just never became a Space Wolf. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Boom. Imperial World. Guardsmen. Imperial World guardsmen are usually warriors or troopers tied to the Imperial Guard. Yeah, I think I stopped listening after, what was it, Intergalactic Man of Mystery, with that weird Inquisitor did the thing with the luck, and actually pulled off being a Valhallan. Freaking ridiculous. Anyway, that was yeah. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, the whole scene with that orc was ripped straight out of Goldfinger, which yeah, I need to see if there's any more of those. Let's see. All right. A bewildering variety of worlds are known to the Imperium. From hyper-technological democratic societies to drudging medieval worlds, many planets offer their fealty and devotion to the immortal God Emperor of Man. The Imperium covers such an utterly vast area of the galaxy that it is impossible to conjure an image of a typical Imperial world. In truth, no such thing exists. Alongside the million worlds of man, there is endless variety. Agri-worlds, for instance, with little more than vast farms producing food for the good of the Imperium. Similarly, mining worlds produce ore and raw material for use in the vast factories of forge worlds. Cardinal worlds are ruled by the Ministorum and give over entirely to the priesthood of the Imperium, the mysterious ecclesiarchy. Stranger still are the garden worlds, which serve as havens for imperial nobles. Paradise, however, comes at a price, for temptation and heresy may be rife in these places. Some imperial worlds are utterly remote, having had no contact with the rest of humanity for centuries. As a result, cultural and social diversity is to be expected from planet to planet, sometimes even within the same solar system. Okay, we might need to roll for later. The closer world lies to Holy Terra, the home planet of mankind, the more important, advanced, and well-governed it's likely to be. Those far-flung places on the fringes, on the other hand, are likely to be frontier worlds left to their own devices for much of the time and lying under the constant threat of attack both physically and spiritually. Many worlds have technological base akin to Holy Terra, while many more have devolved into feudal backwaters with little more than black powder technology. Such worlds make excellent recruiting grounds for the Imperial Guard, the Space Marines, and the Inquisition, as nothing assures obedience quite so well as fear. Upon such planets, the Imperial cult is surrounded by an atmosphere of superstition, demanding fealty to the immortal God Emperor who, for many citizens of the Imperium, is so distant as to be little more than a myth. Most major scientific advances in the Imperium come from rediscovery of forgotten secrets from the Dark Age of technology. The reliance on these ancient templates creates a mishmash of tech use on many worlds. For example, it is possible for planet's industry to rely on gigantic steam-powered monorails for long-distance transport, yet still be unable to produce smaller versions of these aged devices, resorting instead to horse-drawn carts for commuting. Governmental organization is equally as varied. Most Imperial worlds are ruled by a planetary governor who assumes absolute control either by birthright or by election. The nobility frequently assume all positions of power and privilege on the planet, while the lower echelons of class structure compromise workers, militia, fanatics, slaves, and dregs. While many planets are free of the levels of scum that infest Hiveworld, the closer to the Emperor's grace, those closer to the Emperor's grace harbor countless numbers of crazed individuals, workers who have lost their place in a zero-tolerance society, who have realized the galaxy is not only unimaginably vast, but full of hate and hostility toward mankind. Such realization often leads to paranoia or outright insanity, and Imperial worlds are rife with broken individuals, prophets of doom, criminals, and gutter trash. Oh, yes. I've heard of those. I don't know if you would have anyone coming from them, because anyone living there, the living, would be tending to the grave. It'd be like, would be grave tenders, would be kind of like Caduceus, in that they wouldn't leave until the home was threatened, And in the Imperium, that wouldn't, happen. Like, they would stay and tend the graves, generation after generation, the few handful. So I doubt, but maybe. Waifs and strays of society, however, also serve their purpose. The millions of orphans produced by constant warfare within and without are taken by the Schola Progenium. Many Imperial worlds are pocketed with vast orphanages where strict drill abbots of the ecclesiarchy produce faithful servants to the Emperor. True. But yeah, that's true. So, I guess maybe you could, but there'd be, I doubt very many people in the Greater Imperium come from funerary worlds. Leaving is probably pretty rare, because there's such a low living population. Very super cool. Alright, hang on. Those of noble blood may become officers in the Imperial Navy or even commissars, while the rest will undoubtedly find employment with the Ministorum, the Adeptus Terra, or one of the Emperor's armies. With religion, superstition, and fear dominating so much of the society within the Imperium, deviancy is rarely tolerated. People place their faith in good, honest hatred to guard them against the manifold of horrors of the universe. Man swarms in vast numbers, working, praying, and eating and sleeping in an endless cycle, each soul forming a faceless cog in the endless grinding machinery of the Imperium. Law and order within society is often kept by the Adeptus Arbites. Sometimes, however, more remote worlds employ civil militias instead. On such planets, mercenaries, sometimes even off-worlders, are hired to bulk out standing garrisons that not only provide domestic security, but also part of the Imperial Guard. Form part of the Imperial Guard. More like a planetary defense force. If world lies within a war zone, those Often those fighters are the only thing that stands in the destruction of an entire world. To have broken away from the dogmatic constraints of Imperial life, your character must either be of exceptional spirit or have real potential. Perhaps you are an adventurer or soldier, or true believer beginning a long pilgrimage to prove your faith. Maybe you are a mercenary, brought in to defend a planet during wartime. You've undoubtedly seen conflict, madness, or perhaps even heresy, and now, for whatever reason, you are embarking into the unknown in the name of the Emperor. Although, to be fair, if you have an Imperial world, or a Hive world, and you got soldiers, a lot of them probably join up for the same reason a lot of people in the US or other countries that have all volunteer armies join the militia. Sister of Battle rules. Okay, the Sisters of Battle are just the coolest. Yeah, no, Bolter and Power Armor, you don't start with Bolter and Power Armor. That makes very much sense. I mean, Sisters of Battle kind of are badass, but you'd have to account for that with all of your players, you know what I mean? Pure Worlders gain the following traits. Yes. Blessed Ignorant. Your Wise Blindness imposes a -5 penalty on Forbidden Lore tests. Yeah, you don't know, you don't learn weird stuff. That is bad mojo to learn too much. You want to be careful with that. -5 on all Forbidden Lore tests. Here. Wise Blindness. -5 on all. Alright. Boom. Don't forget to hit save. What else we got? As basic. Meditation upon the lives, and more importantly, deaths of the Imperial's blessed saints grant the Imperial citizens a wide knowledge of the Imperium of Man. Imperial Worlders treat Common Lore, Imperial Creed, Common Lore Imperium, and Common Lore War as basic skills. Okay, so we're going to go with this. Skills. Then we're going to Common Lore War. Boom. Lore Imperial Creed. Imperial Creed, right? That's the other one. Imperium, Common Lore Imperium. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go basic. Just Imperial Creed is both capitalized because it's important. Basic. Very basic so far. Alright, sounds good. Boom. And always save your work. Very important. Let's see what we got. Halionography. Oh, wow. Literacy and High Gothic as basic skills. Surrounded by as they are by the folk of faith, Imperial citizens are accustomed to the preaching of the ecclesiarchy. Literacy and language High Gothic as basic skills. I should note down that these are all intelligence-based. Alright, literacy is also int. And basic, and then speak language High Gothic. Alright, and boom, okay. And then superior origins. Imperial citizens of all the worlds in the Imperium, theirs is in fact the most beloved of the Emperor. +3 to the I mean, +3 to willpower. Okay, sorry. It's just fun. Okay, let's put this here. Let's see. I'm gonna put this here. +3 willpower, which will be added at the end when we roll up the stats. That's it. That's all we get. That's all right. I'm gonna Voidborn. Okay, hang on. Voidborn. Generate characteristics. Weapon skill, ballistic skill. Okay, and then we add based on the table. All right, so Imperial World is, so it's a 2d10 plus 20 for Imperial World. For weapon skill, okay, what do we get bonuses on? Nope, not that one. This one. So we got weapon skill is, so Hive World, no, Imperial World, we get 20 to everything. We just get we're just cool all around. Okay, cool all around works. So it's all of them get just +20. For Rogue Trader, you get +25, but so we get, okay, what order do we put them in? We're gonna I'm gonna do this just because I'm gonna copy whose stats are these? Skelby's stats. And then we're gonna do this. Reason being, that way I have the stats in the right order and I don't have to type them up. It's a lot easier to do this than to freaking type out all the different stats. So, weapon skill. Let me get another D10 instead of just rolling percentiles here. Go for there. Boom. We'll take this one. These two together tend to get high rolls, so we should be good. 2d10 plus 20. So the highest we're gonna get is 40, maybe 43 for willpower if we roll high enough. But let's see what we get. 7 and a 4, so that's 11. 11 plus 20 is 31. Okay, not bad. Ballistics. How well can we shoot? That's a 6 and an 8. 8 plus 8 is, that's 14. Plus 20 is 34. Okay. So far, so good. Strength. How tough are we? That's a 3. Should have, and a 5. That's an 8. 28. Not great. Toughness is going to be a big one. I don't know if it actually factors in to hit points for our wounds. 8 plus 1. That's pretty average, actually. That's 9. 29 for toughness. So not physically the greatest, but decent skill. Especially with a gun, which is the important one. Agility. How quick? Okay, 4 and a 7. All right, so 7, 11. All right, 31. So we got a little bit of speed on our side. Intelligence. This one's important. Well, okay. How good are we knowing stuff? 8 and 1. That's 9. 29. Not really dumb, but, you know. Dumb enough to join the guard, so... Perception. Here we go. Oh, okay, perception. We got 2 10s. That's 40. Okay, so... Not very smart, but notice is fucking everything. Okay. Willpower. This one's important. That's a 5 and a 9. That's 14. That's 34. 37 because we come from an Imperial world and it's the Emperor's favorite planet. We know this for a fact. Fellowship. How good are we with people? This is important. 8 and a 4. Okay. 8. 12. That's 32. Okay. Alright, so not the most muscle, but quick and perceptive and half decent with a weapon and pretty good with a gun. So, you know, it's what you get. Alright, let's hit save so we don't forget anything. Oh yeah, and we did put the +3 for the willpower. Alright. Alright. Okay. let's go. Let's see. We got characteristics. Determined career path. Adept. Arbiter. We already determined the career path. We're going guardsman. Life is war, and I'm gonna win. Trenchhead Jones. Alright. Guardsmen are the fighters, killers, and warriors of the 41st millennium. Some may be members of a formal army, even part of the Imperial Guard. Others may be nothing more than mercenaries and thugs. Some may be even convicted criminals fitted with explosive collars and sent to serve in penal agents to pay for their terrible crimes. Needless to say, guardsmen are neither particularly smart nor sociable. I mean, got a half-decent fellowship. What do we get for... I mean, we got decent fellowship. Not great intelligence, though, so... yeah, evens out. They more than make up for this with their ability to make things die in loud, unpleasant ways. Starting skill. Speak language, low Gothic, which, okay. It'd be more concerning if we didn't get that one. Low Gothic. Alright. Smothering a high Gothic, because, you know, grew up around smart, religious people. Alright, drive or swim? Hell yeah, we're taking driving. Freaking, we got our swimmer already. Oh, no, none of them are from Visaria. So, I don't think any of them can swim. I mean, we might not be anywhere near water, but can any of them swim? Hang on, this is an important question. Let's see. Skills. Nope. Skelby can't swim, but she's freaking... Speak, blather, awareness, drive, ground vehicles. No. Hive-world scum. Ambidextrous, though. Brutus McBeasy. I think the only reason I gave, Guy, swim is because he was, from freaking Visaria, and that's a lot of water, so you'd have to learn how to swim if you live there. Let's see. Hive dialect, low Gothic, the Abites, Imperium, ground vehicles. Ooh, fellowship and basic tech use. Cool. That's Chuck Hambone. Okay. Stragoi. Oh yes, born aboard the cassette. Do we have... probably not swimming. Pilot, how to basic. Yeah, okay. And piloting. So it kind of knows how to steer a spacecraft if things get going on. Hi, welcome. We're going over our Imperial goons. And we have another one from Imperial Guard. We have a guardsman. We have someone from the Imperial Guard. A trooper from the Imperial Guard. An ex-trooper from the Imperial Guard. Who we're working on, but I was trying to figure out if any of them knew how to swim. Because our trooper can learn how to swim. Let's see. Nope, not that one. You want? And I don't think any of them do. Speak language, Imperial Creed, singer. Oh! Wow. Liliana can sing, but cannot swim. Okay. Irrelevant, still not swimming. Okay. We need drive ground vehicles is way more useful in general. I'm pretty sure it's agility based. Vehicle. No, is agility. And I rolled I rolled a perfect score for their intelligence. So you can't tell me I don't roll well, because these two d10s came up 10 and 10. Yeah, we're just yeah. Okay. All right. So we got those skills. Starting gear. Okay. Talents. Okay. So we can learn pistols and guns. We just need to get... which is good because, you know, you gotta have one. First, though, we need a name. We need... well, okay. First thing we're gonna do, before we get to talents, is we're gonna... and gear, is we're gonna do gender, sexuality, name, and then we'll see about Planet of Origin. Planet of Origin we could play with. Hey. Anyway. You got decent stats, though. Like, there we go. We got a freaking hang on. 40 is the maximum possible for any of them. And we got 37 willpower and 34 ballistics. And then 29 strength and toughness and 29 intelligence. So, not great in everything, but enough decent stats to round them out, you know? Okay, hang on. We're going to roll on chart number 1. Because chart number 1 is awesome and fun. We're rolling on chart number 1. Sorry. I am not where is it? Where's chart number 1? It should be in here somewhere. Boop. Okay, and then we put this. Boop. Okay. So we grab our D12. And we grab our percentiles. Maybe we should do different percentiles. Give these a break. Yeah, let's do the red percentiles. We're gonna do a different set of percentiles. We're gonna do these ones. Okay, ready? Here we go. All right, that's a 41 and a 4, which means straight woman. Okay, so that's straight woman. All right. Yeah, straight woman. Okay, that means she could be from Renthok. She could be from Renthok. Just say it. No, it's a hive world, not Imperial world. Never mind. Renthok is a hive world. It's an understood thing. It's a hive world. Okay. You know, like you do. Okay. But, Imperial world, straight woman, straight cis woman. Okay, her name. What's her name? And we should, so she needs a name. She also needs, talents and what kind of weapons she can do and, oh! What we should do is we should roll a thing. Okay, let me, put the chart away. Put the writing back up. No, Matthew. Where are you? Come on, I know you're in here. Bop. There we go. All right, so we put that up. Boom. Now, yeah, I can't name her that. I can't. Just to confuse everyone. Okay. That's the most confusing name ever. Ooh. Not the most confusing name ever, but it's not namey, really. Kinda. Oh, Tran is a name. It'd be Tran, no S. And, actually, not impossible. Not impossible. But, that'll need Tran. There we go. Alright, her name. There you go. It is very possible to have. And maybe she is Thai. That is a distinct possibility. And she comes from Thai background, which is why she has the last name Tran. Which is the name. Is in fact the last name. Usually don't put the S on though. So, you know. That works. Let me see what. Boop. Oh, right. I'll do I do this for you. There. No more beeps. I do the Majiggy What's It specifically for you. Oh, wow, that is a creature. Okay. Very intensive creature. Probably similar stats to an owl. Alright. I'm starting up a creature later. Possibly. So but for right now, what we need to do is do the thing with the thing. Yes, we need to go back and figure out what skills she has. She's conscript. Alright, so a sword, axe, or hammer. Melee weapon training primitive. Okay. Skill, talents. Okay, so we got past skills, traits. Talents go between skills and traits, so. Talents, plural. Got more than one. Melee weapon training primitive. Okay. It's a good start. What else we got? Pistol weapon training primitive or pistol training primitive pistol training las. Okay, so we can have las pistols or That's fun. Okay, so should we do primitive pistols are like, you know, small arms, like 6-shooters, essentially. So she could get one of those, or she could get, she could get one of those, or she could get, las weapon training. So it depends on what kind of, alright, hang on. Basic weapon training las, or basic weapon training primitive, or basic weapon training solid projectile. So basic weapon training primitive would be like a bolt action, whereas basic weapon training solid projectile would be more like an AK-47, whereas I mean, yes, but she is packing small arms because she's in Imperial Guard and has a backup weapon. Or at least is trained how to use a backup weapon. So we could do, but what could we do? We could do a thing. Majiggy Whatsits. Could we do Majiggy Whatsits? Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we have, I'm gonna say, or musket. Okay, I'm gonna say, probably has a las pistol. I'm gonna say that she comes from a world that has at the very least, okay, no, small arms pistol. So she learned how to run on a 6-shooter, but she has a las gun. So the Imperial Guard has issued las gun on her planet, but she learned the small arms at the with her father, who yeah. They don't train the guardsmen in this. So we're gonna have pistol training primitive and basic arm. Okay, so pistol training primitive. Pistol training primitive. Then we get wait. Then we get basic weapon training las. Basic one. Solid projectiles or las? Probably las guns. Basic weapon training las. Yeah, that's probably just as well. And then, not that bad. Freaking decent. She has 40 in perception. She might not be smart, but she fucking notices everything. And decent willpower, too. Okay, yeah, maybe she needs to hit the gym, but she can shoot. And that's the important thing, that when you're running around crazy, that, like, you gotta be able to shoot. Okay, yeah, but as a rogue trader, you got a lot more bonuses. We only get plus 20 to all of them. as opposed to the plus 25 that's standard among rogue traders. Plus a lot more extra. We only got one little extra boon, whereas you got a lot of little extra boons because of background, because rogue trader gives you more, because you're supposed to be more powerful than these guys. Like 5, it's saying like you have better stats because you started 5 levels higher. Like, okay, yeah, but you know? Oh, we have the Imperial Infantryman's Uplifting Primer. So, this is... Probably shouldn't have started on that. So, probably would get yelled at by my commissar for letting it get so dusty, but... Back in my youth, I convinced my father to get me this for my birthday. And it came in the mail, and I knew I was getting it, so I snuck it out of the package to do research for a fic I was writing, and then put it back in the package to, anyway. The Imperial Infantryman's Uplifting Primer. I have a copy. It's really expensive. They didn't print a lot of them, and it was very, very... Yeah. Give her time. She was from a poor woman drawn into a rich man's war, as the saying goes. She joined the army from a relatively obscure planet. The Emperor's favorite, but relatively obscure. But yeah, this is the Imperial Infantryman's Uplifting Primer. It has all sorts of handy-dandy notes about training, and any soldier who, through his own will or no, becomes touched by the warp in any way and becomes impure and a danger to security will be the beneficiary of the Emperor's mercy. I know, Flak armor. Most troops wear some sort of armor to protect themselves in combat. With lightweight armor plus alloys, ceramics, and synthetic fibers, these are less movement restrictions for warriors wearing a great deal of armor. Imperial Guardsmen are issued with flak armor as standard. Recite the Litany of Protection and the Ritual of Strength, refer to the Emperor's benedictions, to ensure your armor serves you well in the thick of battle. Faith in armor will protect. The amount of protection offered by armor is dependent on regiment, and some eschewing full armor in favor of increased mobility. You will at least be provided with a full flak jacket at minimum. Extra protection can be added to limbs and appendages in the form of plates of armor fitted over or under your combat attire. Flak armor comprises several layers of different ablative and impact-absorbent materials. Inner layer, plast fiber thermoplas, which should absorb the majority of energy from any projectile. Flak armor is light, and the wearer will find his mobility not affected much by wearing it. It just provides a lot of handy-dandy stuff. I haven't looked at it for a while. But we're working on one specific guardswoman, and she, Bellany. And, let's see. We're giving her her Laz traits. Talents. She has other talents too, right? Nope. She doesn't. Okay, starting gear. Sword, axe, or hammer. I'm gonna give her an axe. I'm gonna give her an... should I give her an axe or a hammer? That's an important question. She probably has a bayonet. So, should she get an axe or a hammer? I'm thinking... sorry. It's itchy, you know? I think I got bit by a mosquito or something. Now it just itches. What am I doing? Yes. Sword, axe, or hammer? Sorry. I was scratching my arm. It looks really weird on camera. I realized that. See, it's a red bump. Okay. Gear. Axe or a hammer? You know what we should do? If neither of you want to say something, even to axe, odds, hammer. Even axe, odds, hammer. We're rolling for it. A 10. Even axe. Okay, we got an axe. Probably as an entrenching tool. That can be used. Axe. One axe. Okay, what else we got? Interlock pistol and 12 shots, or las pistol 1 charge pack. So we have an interlock pistol and 12 shots. 12 bullets. Okay. For now. We can procure more if we need them. Hypothetically. Let's see. Lasgun and 1 charge pack. A bow or musket and 12 shots. Or a shotgun. Oh, we could have a... Lasgun and what? We could have bows and arrows if we want. Musket and 12. Or a shotgun. I think... So, wait. Bow and 12 arrows. Or musket and 12 shots. Or shotgun and... So, we get a lasgun... So, we get a lasgun and 1 charge pack no matter what. And I think we get a lasgun and a shotgun. Then we get a shotgun as a backup weapon, which we don't have. True. But if you're from a feudal world, well, I mean, okay, Hawkeye. Consider Hawkeye. Who has options on stuff like AK-47s or sniper rifles or all sorts of stuff, and he goes for the bow and arrow anyway. No, he doesn't have a freaking laser gun, but las guns aren't that good in terms of, in general. The main thing about las guns is that the shots aren't that powerful. The main thing about las guns is that they can recharge very easily. So you can just recharge them anywhere. You can leave them out in the sun long enough and they gain a few shots if you leave them out in the sun for a few hours. Yeah, okay, fair. No, they definitely, at least in some of the earlier movies, tried to show them gathering up arrows. He was, shown to be, to gather them up. And he has funding from S.H.I.E.L.D. They're not, he has funding. And they do gather up the arrows afterward. It was shown in the earlier movies, kind of like a thing. Let's see. I think we're gonna go for a shotgun, honestly. We don't have the shotgun and 12 shells. 12 shells. We don't have the training for it, but we have it. Just in case. Yeah. I think that'd be solid projectile rather than primitive and freaking okay. Oh, we got a knife. Always good to have a knife. Knife. Guard flak armor. Guard flak armor. What else we got? Let's see. Ooh, we got 1 week, uniform or stealth gear or street clothes. I'm gonna say, so, yeah, she's probably got a uniform. Basic fatigues, something like that. 1 week corpse starch rations, mercenary license, or explosive collar still attached, or the Imperial Infantryman's uplifting primer. And she was in the guard, so she's... What? Oh, this is... Okay. Street clothes. Oh, yes. 1 week. Oh, yes. So we have a copy of 1 week of corpse starch Soylent Viridian. Very tasty stuff-ish. Kinda. And we got Imperial Infantryman's Uplifting Primer. Yeah, that's the idea. She's an Imperial soldier. Imperial cannon fodder. Actually, she's got a 34 in ballistic. She is much better shot than your average stormtrooper. Imperial Infantryman's Uplifting Primer. Beautiful. Okay. Wait, I typed that in the wrong thing. Okay, 34, with 40 being the highest possible you could get, is freaking better than the Stormtroopers. Everyone knows that Stormtroopers can't aim for shit. That is a well-known, no-known fact about Stormtroopers. Imperial Guardsmen, at least Melanie Tran, can aim better than that. She's actually got, like, some training in how to deal with guns and will not miss every time when the rebels come running, trying to pull off some BS stunt. She's not going to miss every shot the way Stormtroopers always do. Boom. The only people Stormtroopers can hit with any regularity is red shirts. And even then, it's dicey. The red shirts dive, what's the technical term? When it, ricochet. Anyway. She's got great aim. You're fine. She's got great aim. Scum, Tech Priest, okay. Yes. Okay, so here we go. Wounds, how much punishment before suffering serious injury? Roll starting wounds to determine your... So it's a D5 minus... a D5 plus 8. It's a D5 plus 8. And we got a D5. So here's that. Handy dandy. We are lucky we're not Voidborn. I just want to say that. Because if you have 7... Go on, start with 7 wounds, you're not doing so well. Hey! I got a 5. And you say I can't roll well. Boom. Also... You should capitalize her name. Just saying. So we got wounds. We put those at the top, right? We've been putting those at the top above 10 wounds and okay. Wounds and fate points go above skills. Okay, wounds. All right, let me. Got 5 plus 8 is 8 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow. Okay, she's not particularly tough, but she can take a beating when needed. 13 wounds and fate points are important. Let's see what we got. How many fate points? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so then movement rate is based on fate points. So we got a full over 30 agility, which means we get the full movement rate, which is good. I mean, not the, 4 meters per round, but 3 meters per round. Let's see. Hive World, Imperial World. We get at least 2. Guaranteed at least 2. Okay, we roll a d10. No, hang on. This one. This one will do good, well for us. If we get a 9, if we get a 9 or a 10, we get 2 fate points. 2. So we get 2 fate points because the Emperor likes our planet. So we get 2 fate points. All right. 2 fate points still. All right. We get 2 fate points. It's a good start. Good start. Save. Yes, I rolled a 2, and that means on our chart... Oh, I didn't put the chart up. Hang on. Rolled a 2, and... where is it? Where is it? That one? Out of 10, but I couldn't have gotten more than 3 anyway because I'm using this chart. So I rolled a 2 on a d10, and then it's a 1 through 4, so that means I get 2 fate points. Because... Imperial Worlders and Voidborn at least get 2 because we're beloved of the Emperor. And Voidborn have a really good chance of getting 3 because the Emperor likes them. But Feral Worlders can't even get 3 because they're from backwater nowheres. They don't get fate. They have to rely on their own grit. But we got 2 fate points, so that's pretty cool. Like you do. And yeah, we got fate points. So we're lucky. Ish. Movement is agility bonus is 3. Yeah. Hang on. Let me. Right, so boom, movement is, we put movement under the stats. Okay, so put movement and income. Okay, so we go down here and we go stats. Okay, so movement. Boom. Let's see. We have agility bonus of 3, right? Yeah, because agility is 31. So we have agility, which means we get proper. So we get 3 as half move. So you can move up to 3 meters per turn and still do something, or you can go 6 meters and not do anything. 6 meters, 3 meters. Comma. All right. Charge, we get 9 meters, and run, we get 18. Charge, we get 9 meters. 9 meters. Run, 18 meters. Okay. So we got the movement rate written down. Always useful. Okay, I need to do the thing. Stupid. Yes. No, I need to hit save is what I need to do. Always hit save. Okay, now we need, alright, I need food. Sorry. Let's see. Alright. Okay. So, the income. Alright, so we go, alright. So we need to go list for that. Alright. So 400 XP, and then we go. So we need to figure that out, as well. Yeah, okay. What we need. Doesn't know any forbidden lore anyway. Okay. So we're good. Alright. Arbiter, Assassin. They have quick play examples on how you should spend your XP. Okay. All right. Cool. So, yes, you can play a woman and there's no weird penalties, but it does, on certain planets, people will give you shit for it, which is fair. On places like Renthok, you can show up as a guy and people will give you shit for it, though. So, you know. Also exciting stuff. Okay, appearance. Alright, let's see. Let's roll for... We're going to roll for build. You know, we're gonna roll for the size and roll for age. Yeah, we're gonna roll for size and age like we did for the others. Bop. Okay. Svelte, fit, well, okay, so Imperial World. Ready? We're gonna roll the fancy ones for this. Alright. So female, we got 1 through 100. Let's see what we got. Ready? 19. Okay, slender. So 1.57 meters. And all right, 1.75 meters. Hang on. Wait. Let me see this. Check this out. No, 1.65 meters. Well, either way. 1.65 meters in feet is 5.4, so hang on. 5 point, okay. So 0.41, okay, and then 0.41 3386 times 12 is 4.9, so 5'5", essentially. Is 5'5". Okay, so put this up here. 1.65 meters slash 5 feet 5 inches. And let's see, 5'5" and how svelte, right? So we got, let's see, 65 kilograms. No, 60 kilograms, sorry. Here we got slender. Yeah, runt. That's, yeah, 1.6. Yeah, that's, we got runt. Okay, so that's 65 kilometers. 65 kilograms in pounds is 143 pounds-ish. Yeah, 143 pounds, give or take a bit. Yeah, 140, so 65 kilograms. Yeah, 60 kilograms. 60 kilograms? Did we do 60 or 65? Sorry, I'm mixing up the numbers. That's 65, and we only are 60 kilograms. Okay, so we need to drop this down one. Is 132. Okay. 60 kilograms or 132 pounds. All right. All right. So 5'5", 130. Okay. Makes sense. All right. So that's cool. Here we go. So she's 5'5". All right. All right. So we got size. We got, what else we got? Age. We're writing size and age. Imperial World. So the youngest will be as an Imperial World is 21, which actually makes sense because we have history as the guardsman. So let's roll our D100, which puts us at 36, which goes down to stripling. 20 plus a D10. All right, we'll roll this D10. Which gives us 3. So she's 23. Wait, what? Shit, I hope he's okay. Apparently Robert is in the hospital. Robert as in Phantom NJ, a very good friend of ours. Yeah, breathing issues are no joke. I'm sure he'll be fine. Okay, good to know, though. Alright. Okay, what are we doing? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how he feels tomorrow. That's up to DM. I'm not one for... I can't judge that. You know what I mean? That's not my call to make. And Castle Keeper's health always comes before, or GM's health always comes before, running the game. If GM is not feeling well, they need to take time off and break. It's kind of an understood thing. If GM's sick, there's nothing you can do about it other than just kind of go with it, Fair enough. Hey, conquer the world while your DM's sick, no big deal. Alright, boom. So we have movement, we got size, we got, age, 23 years old. Okay, so she's 23, alright, I think we can put the experience points separate. 23 years old. Yeah, let's put the... Alright. Hellborn lore video. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, I will do, since last Saturday was kind of a crapshoot, I'm gonna... Well, we'll see how things go this Saturday. I'm not gonna have to go cat sitting, so we'll have full proper access to, internet. And power, more importantly. But there's that. Let me do the thing. Age, quirks. Okay, we weren't. Class. Let's see. Birth planet. Oh, there is one for birth planet. Okay. So, all right. All right. Do me a favor and go into the Discord and put it in the Discord so that I don't forget it when the Twitch chat goes away. And then I will consider doing a Saturday stream on it. How about that? You look closed up. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. All right. All right. So, we are going to roll for planet. Could be a war zone, a dead planet. All right, let's do it. Ready? 21. Backwater. All right. So she comes from some... All right, fair. I will look it up then. But yes, she comes from a Blackwater planet. Okay, where do we put the bio in terms of placement? Psi rating. Okay, we'll put it right under that. Right under there. Bio. Okay. Yeah. So we want to keep them at least mostly similar in okay, so we got bio. From a backwater planet. We'll have to, Tice. All right. All right. I feel like that's a mismatch, but I don't honestly know enough about Warhammer lore to understand that. All right. Chop, 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 indeed. Okay. Sig just said that he had Hellborn, a Warhammer fantasy game with Hellborn leading his army. It had Talaris as a champion, who is the mortal embodiment of Cain. Cain is the god of murder. I knew that. He's the Eldar god of murder, if I remember correctly. Not Khorne, but close. In any case, we so we have a backwater planet. They got an Imperial Tithe. Mostly ignored as long as the Tithes keep coming, I'm guessing, is the vibe. Okay, let's see what else we got. So we got a planet. Many folks look to the Imperial Tower as an instrument of the Emperor's divine guidance. On entrance to the Service Inquisition, many acolytes take part in a strange and terrible divination rites in order to learn more about their part in the throne's great plan. In the smoke-filled rooms, blind robe-clad seers peer into the holographic decks, proclaiming sage advice for those who would serve at the left hand of the Emperor. Sometimes these divinations point to the death and undoing of a soul, other times are stout words to live by. In some cases, they have a bitter irony only discovered in hindsight. To discover what words of wisdom were bestowed upon you in your character roll from the table, all divinations provide a mechanical... Alright, hang on. I mean, possibly. I mean, these are the ones who murder fucked Slaanesh into existence, though, so I wouldn't trust them. I don't know, at least in... Because you could make the argument that Snooty Owls have Cain instead of Khorne because they're going to worship the same god as humans, but Khorne is not a human god as such. He is an embodiment of bloodshed and death. The same way that Slaanesh, the Chaos Gods, are not inherently human, and in fact, predate humanity. They are amalgamations of all of the sentient beings in the universe. Now, humans and Eldar are particularly bright souls, so they kind of contribute the most. Interesting. You would say it's more of an aspect of Khorne, as there are no demons involved with Dark Elves. At least with Cain. Huh. Interesting. So I didn't roll divination for any of the characters, so I feel like if I roll for one, I'd have to roll for all of them. And you know what? You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to roll on the Imperial Divination for all of these guys. They're going to gather... No. I got a better plan for that. We are going to roll divination for them, but not right now. Not right now. Right, Rachel, shenanigans. Names, we have a name. Okay. How to fill out the character sheets. We've been filling it out. No. We will. But not right now, because I got a plan for that. Like a very clever plan. It may or may not come to fruition, but... Career paths. Alright. Guardsman. We go in, kill anything that moves, and blow the structure with a demo charge. Eli Plex, assault veteran of the 21st unit. Sorry. No matter how subtle the Acolytes may go about their investigation, at some point talking stealth and the use of cunning cease, and the need for sheer brute force will be called upon. This is the Guardsman's role. They are tough, ruthless bunch, experts in fieldcraft and various ranged weaponry. Anything from the humble lasgun to the sophisticated sniper rifle. Known as the Hammer of the Emperor, the Imperial Guard is the largest fighting force in the history of the galaxy. It is made up of billions upon billions of soldiers, all recruited from many worlds of the Imperium. The Departmentum Unitorum is tasked with supervising, supplying, and sourcing the regiments of the Imperial Guard, but even this organization has no idea exactly how many troops are under arms, as the continuous toll of casualties and the flux of recruits will run into millions in a single day. Guard regiments come from many different planets, and their native culture, style of dress, technological background, and warrior traditions are different too. The Guard does not even try to impose a standard uniform, preferring to exploit unique strength of each company, be it tribal warrior, clan, or highly drilled and regimented unit of Cadians. To this end, there is no formal training. Each regiment is trusted to instruct their own troops in the warcraft they have developed in their own culture. In fact, the only kind of unity within the Imperial Guard is the use of standard equipment such as the lasgun. Interesting. I mean, it's true. It is from this vast army that the Inquisition will recruit the muscles they often need to go about their duties. Because each regiment is so different, a guardsman can vary wildly. Some are professional, elite stormtroopers. Others could be hardened gangers from murky industrial world, most likely already killers before even being inducted into the Guard. Others still could be axe-wielding, blood-drinking savages from far-flung Pharaoh world. Inquisitors will second guardsmen mainly for their combat experience and expertise with weapons, although their choice might often be influenced if the would-be acolytes have a secondary set of skills, albeit with a battlefield application. For instance, guardsmen are frequently trained to be able to drive and maintain vehicles, may have triage and medical expertise, or be competent in the use of communications equipment. Not all guardsmen, or the role the Inquisition defined by that label, actually comes straight from the Imperial Guard. Some may have crossed paths with Inquisitor as hired thugs for another agency. Some are wayward mercenaries who have spent their lives as hired gun, only to be pressed in the service of the Inquisition. Others still are Hive gangers that may have had the gall to ambush an Inquisitor on his rare travels into an Underhive. No matter what the origin, a guardsman's role within the cell is always that of combat and fire control. Okay. So we got conscript. Okay. Okay, so we got characteristic advances, and we have 400 experience points to spend. Up to. So, and we can make conscript advances. Prerequisites. Okay, so. So I could do toughness. Strength, 100. Okay, I'll pop the strength. I'll pop a simple advance in strength. Let's do it. Ready? So we're popping up strength by 5, bringing it up to 33. And then we'll put that as 100. Okay. Let's see. So we can do that. I could bump up ballistics or weapon skill. I'm gonna bump ballistics. Because it'll bring us to 39. So it won't increase the... But ballistics is I want to kind of lean into that a little. Okay. I will have to look into it later. Alright, boop. Oh, sound constitution just gives you extra wounds. I'm gonna do basic weapon you know what? I'm gonna do swim. See, awareness is a really good skill. Dang. Okay, hang on. There's some really good ones. Awareness is a good skill to have. Thrown weapon training. Pistol training. So, if we get pistol training, we can actually use the frickin' shotgun that we have properly. I'm gonna have to take a penalty on it. On the other hand, yeah. Alright. Let's do that. We'll do, weapon training. SP. And swim. No, awareness. Because having that as a skill when you have your highest perception is key. Okay. Alright. There's that. Hit save. Always save your work. And I think we're pretty good. That is her freaking Ness. Okay, so we got her, and that's 200, so it's 400 and 400. Let me put this here. Okay. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm okay. Just a little distracted is all. We'll hit save. I don't know. That's the simple answer. I just got, trying to think if I should take the 4 o'clock bus or the 5 o'clock bus. Because we start at 5:45 and it's... So 4 o'clock is probably going to be there around 4:30, but the 5 o'clock is notorious for being late, so it's like... You have been relatively good, and I do appreciate that, by the way. Always good to have you. You know what? You are always good to have here. Don't sell yourself short, alright? Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You have been relatively non-distracting. That's true. But that's the thing. If you don't distract me, I'll distract myself in my own brain. That is the truth. Alright, let me see what else we got. So we got this, we got her. Okay, so we got her all settled out. But here's the thing. We need to figure out this backwater planet. That's what we do. Guardsmen are the only, well, guardsmen and, what else does it tithe? Because, barely any Imperial presence. There's, tech level is... Okay, we need to figure out what this... Okay, what's a good name for... No. Oh, no. We can go to our... Expectus Primus notes. We have a freaking list of cool planet names. Also, if any of you in the chat have good idea for a cool planet name, let me put this off for a sec. So, I'm on the Expectus Primus notes. If any of you have cool ideas for cool... Okay, we have... Corstanis, Grelth, Zazaron, Zakreron, Zestreron, Zakreron, Zakreron. It's so cool it's impronounceable. There you go. Nomther. Sorry. Nomther, Zazaron, Grelth, and Corstanis. And any others that you guys want to add to the list. So what we have to... Pnumthur. Yeah, Pnumthur. Okay. Pnumthur. So we got Pnumthur. Imperial World has to be capitalized because Imperial World. Alright, we got a whole planet. Let's do it. You guys gonna help? That is the question. Are you guys gonna help? The Imperium. Yeah, but you could give me a, I don't know, Gnomthur, I don't know. Alright, there it is. I figured, Alright, that works. See? That is very helpful. Okay. Every 50 years... Alright, fair enough. Normal-sized bees, not giant bees. Known for its honey production. Okay. That's good. It's known for its honey production and... Alright. I mean, well, probably every 30 years. And they probably have... so it's every 30 years with soldiers, but draft is every 15 years. Because the Imperial Guard. Okay. Alright, a rather large planet. Alright, some land. About 75% water, so a little waterier than Earth. But not by much. Natural life. Being roughly 75% water. Oceans. And, being known for its honey production. Okay. Honey production. And diverse bee species. There we go. There we go. And then... Okay, so now we have that. Then we go back to Dark Heresy shenanigans. And... Hang on. Alright. I'm just waiting for the tiredness to hit. Because I realized the stream had been going on for quite a while, but I hadn't been getting tired, and I thought maybe there's something weird that's going on, and then it hit, and I was like, yeah, no, it's hitting. Alright, But, here we go. We got the guardsman, we got, she's got, okay, so, 50-50. And they train, so you spend 15, and then they send random lottery. So they send random lottery PDF troops. They random lottery the PDF troops. So 50% of them stay and 50% of them are... Oh! That's an important thing. Who are chosen to join up with Imperial Guard. Right. Hang on. Important save. Yes. Then we go to Expectus Primus, and we go to the planet notes of the Planetary Defense Force. The Planetary Defense Force. Every year, half of the PDF are reorganized. Every 30 years. Guard units completely randomly. Chosen by lottery. Or hang on. Hang on. No, not that kind of ore. They're not rowing places. Another possibility is that they leverage the entire... No, they can't leverage the entire PDF. Then draft is done as a rolling draft. So, with different communities, so, they're constantly drafting every year from different towns, and your town comes up at once every 15 years. And then, alright. So it's once per year. But every 15 years, and then every time they need a planetary type, they just take half the Planetary Defense Force, which is roughly every 30 years, depending on when the... Okay. Hang on. So we got that going. All right. Heresy. All right, so Liliana Sweet, Numther. Let's see. Numther is, let's see. Boom. Nope, this is kind of Mercy Blade. Hang on. Charge packs. Here we go. On a planet called Honey Production. And manufacture of water vehicles. She was drafted. Okay, so or hear me out. They only do No. I got a very clever plan for this. I'm out of water. Okay. No. I have a very clever plan for this planet and the draft, and because, I mean, they have the manufacture of, boats and honey, but mostly it's the draft is their big Imperial tithe, right? So, Dark Expectus Primus, Numther. Come on, we got Numther. Numther is here. There we go. Because there's more male PDF soldiers, so it actually comes out even. But they get more men, but they send more of the women because, theory being, now this is a sexist theory, but you can't, theory being that because they have fewer women, women couldn't have a family while being in the PDF. So, or it would be harder for them to have a family being in the PDF anyway. So, male soldiers would be more likely to have wives back on planet side, and also because there are more male soldiers recruited, it kind of allows for more of the PDF to be left on the planet. It's kind of an incy-tricksy thing from the Imperial government, reorganized into guard units, and so they make that based, and the number of units is based on, yeah. So that's a huge thing. And you can apply for exemptions from the lottery for having extenuating circumstances, but they don't usually. It's a lot easier for female PDFs to get much more common for them to seek exemptions because most of the guys are like, well, we're not going to be drafted anyway. It's a 20% chance. Although then they're a lot of times end up being drafted. But if you don't get your exemption from the lottery, then there's a much higher percent chance because of everyone who gets an exemption from the library is out of the pool, but not out of the comm thing. So, yeah. So that's a whole thing. Like, women from this planet are much more common out in the, well, not much more common. Kind of, because the, basically, the, each family is required to send 5 soldiers, 5 healthy youth, of 16 and 30. Ah, yes, her. Gotta love it. Say hi to your aunt for me. Let's see. Between 16 and 30. Let's see. Alright. Or however many you can if it's less than 5. Beast species. Right. So you serve 10 years. It's a 10-year stint unless you get recruited. So, PDF is a 10-year stint. Unless you get the Imperial Guard, then it's hypothetically 5 years. $10. So the most anyone is gonna be when they get, so they're subject to change due to circumstance. Alright. So now we found that out. Okay. No, we end the stream. Now we have that all figured out. But we have a very cool idea for a planet, so that's cool. And Bellamy Tran is from there, and, you know, it's a vibe. Okay, okay. I'm gonna rate us into somewhere. Let's go somewhere. Where are we going? Well, alright. Yeah, let's read Ramus, because it's Pride. I'm gonna read Ramus. Alright. So, everyone come along. Let's do it.